One more show late night, nothing but illustrious guests. Mero, who do we got in the building today?
Oh, just the reason 50% of you motherfuckers started skateboarding in the first place. The legend, Tony Haw in the building. Y'all make some motherfucking noise. Let's go.
I would put it higher even. I put it at 90%. Tony Hawk, the living legend, the grind king, Mr. Skateboard. Tony Hawk, how's it going, my guy?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being on our show, man.
Bruh,
and thank you for making one of the most illustrious skateboarding games in the whole entire world. You know what I'm saying? Just so illustrious. As someone who never really had the chance to skateboard, you let me live my fantasies virtually. So thank you for that. And it just got re-released.
Oh, thank you.
How's that feel seeing a re-release? Because I got it on the PS4, and it got the new updated soundtrack. It has the same boards, same objective, getting the little robots, all that good stuff. What did it take to get it relaunched like that? Like to take a classic game like that and get it out on a new platform?
Well, firstly, it's just wild that we get to remaster something 20 years later. Mm-hmm. And the idea that is received with just as much excitement as it was 20 years ago. That all blows me away. But the way it started, it really came from the fans. The fans of the series, they have been asking for this for almost the last 10 years. And even though it seems like I might have been ignoring all those pleas on social media, I see them everywhere. And finally hooked up with Activision again. We were actually working on a big fundraiser for my Skatepark charity. And it came up in the conversation, it's like, oh, we're coming up on 20 years pretty soon. And the head of Activision said, well, why don't we remaster the game? And I was like, dude, that's all people ask me about ever.
Oh, nice.
And it was that conversation that got it started.
So nice you had to do it twice. So, you're a legend in the game. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows Tony Hawk is synonymous with skateboarding. Do you watch skate videos? Like,
I can't keep up on every single thing, but definitely the ones that are making waves and the ones that interest me. I mean, I love to see how people are progressing and evolving with skating and how they're using it in different ways. Like, there are like really quirky skate videos out there now that I think are incredible because the skill it takes to do that stuff is amazing. So I appreciate all of it.
Is there like a favorite part, like from a video that you've seen? Because I know personally for me, like rest in peace, Harold Hunter, when the New York mixtape came out, like I think it was like 96, 97, I was just like, I'm skateboarding now. Cause it was like, it was hip hop, it was New York, it was like a different twist on like,
definitely
skateboarding.
That had a big impact on East Coast for sure. Man, there's so many videos through the years. I mean, if I had to point to one or two, what really started the street revolution was Natus Copus and Wheels of Fire and the Blind video, Mark Gonzalez. Like when that came out, it was so beyond anything anyone had seen in terms of what is street skating. And he's just a pioneer.
So you say you have a charity for your skate park? Tell us about that.
Well, it used to be called Tony Hawk Foundation. Now it's called the Skatepark Project. And we basically try to fund skate parks in underserved areas. And we also give not just money, but give resources to get it done right. Like we give communities a roadmap to sort of fighting bureaucracy, advocating for skate parks, going to city council meetings, finding space. And to date, we've given away over almost $7 million and helped to fund about 900 skate parks now.
Got you. Well, like my man Mero, he's always into graffiti and stuff. And just like, you got people who are just like, yo, I'm going to write this person and get permission to do graffiti versus, hey, I'm hopping on the train tracks. I'm doing my own thing. Is skateboarding kind of the same thing? It's like, is there a difference between, hey, this is a sanctioned skate park, I'm allowed to skate here versus, yo, I'm hopping this gate, I'm throwing my skateboard over the fence and I'm skating here until this security guard throws me out? Is there like more of an adrenaline on the second one, or what's the difference between the two?
In the culture,
I think it's a little bit of both. Yeah, I think that there are skaters that are drawn to that element only, and you'll never see a video of them skating a skate park because they feel like that's designated. That's not where I'm at.
Right.
And then there are, on the other side of that, there are skate park kids and people that are training to be in the Olympics and they want to get sponsored and they want to ride for Nike. And so there's a whole there's a whole gamut of people who like to skate and what they're into. But on this end, for sure, are people that they only want to skate the stuff that's not meant for skating. And I appreciate that. Like, it takes all types.
So one of the last tricks I saw you do was holding the milk. as you were skating. Bro, how did that even come into your consciousness? How many tries did it take? And like, what was the feeling like when you actually accomplished it?
So that came from this Got Milk challenge where Katie Delecky, who's a swimmer, she swam with a glass of milk on her head across the whole pool. And they reached out to me like, hey, man, what could you do? And I was like, oh, maybe I could try to do some tricks. I don't know. And so I tried to do a little routine on my ramp, maybe like 3 or 4 tricks, not hard tricks, but just without spilling. And I did it. I tried it for probably an hour and a half. And every time a little bit of milk spilled at some point in my routine. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me just try to make twist and milk will explode everywhere. And like, I just break the whole project. Right. Like, it'll be silly. Right. Because like, I figured that would just be funny, come down, just milk everywhere, but make it this. And I tried one with a glass of water and it didn't spill. And I said, you guys, I think this might work. Like, I think the easy tricks were not working, but this will work because of the centripetal force. And I was like, let's just try it. And that was it. One take.
Sweet. Love to hear that. Bro, what's going on? Why are TSA agents obsessed with you? Why do they not just check your ticket and let you go? Everyone's always like, they're always like, are you really Tony Hawk? Or, hey, you know who has his name? A skateboard guy. Yeah. It's because they're not ready to see this face. They didn't expect me to get old ever in my life. Oh. So when they see my ID says Anthony. So they see Anthony, they're like, oh yeah, Tony Hawk. And they look at my face and it's not whatever they saw me in 2001. And then they just don't connect it. And people think that I complain about it, but all I do is try to share the more entertaining conversations. Because for the most part, people will see me, if they recognize me, they see me like, what's up, Tony Hawk? Hey, how you doing? And that's it. That's the end of it. Yeah. So I get recognized plenty. I'm not trying to complain about being unrecognizable, but some of those interactions I walk away from going, did that really just happen? Yeah. Like, I don't think people would believe this. And now they're starting to think I make them up. See, that's the thing. People are just like, no, there's no way that happened. And you're like, no, this is my regular life now. Like,
it really happened.
My regular life is like a Netflix series. And I feel bad because we were on another network and we were filming out in LA for Weed Week. After we finished rapping for the day, we went into a restaurant that was located next to Erewhon in LA. And you were having lunch with either Tim or Eric from Tim and Eric. So yeah. And I walked by and I'm like, oh shit, Tony Hawk and Tim. And either you or Tim, I think Tim was like, oh shit, Jesus. And I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? So, and at the time I was like, wait, did I just ruin their brunch? Like they were just having, like I just did a wild dickhead thing.
We were hyped, of course. It's awesome.
Hey, but yeah, bro, it's very exciting seeing you. Like, it's like, yo, it's like one of those things where you never met the person, but you kind of grew up with the person. So when you see them, it's like your homie. So you're like, Tony Hawk. Yeah,
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I mean, honestly, you're the reason I picked up a skateboard to be real. You know what I mean? And it started like going on like the internet because I didn't even know where to get where there was a skate shop located. So I'm like ordering like parts off the internet and stuff and like building completes and not even knowing what I'm doing. Just like buying trucks and bearings and wheels and shit. Like you inspired me and a lot of people to skate. Who inspired you to pick up a board and start skating?
First was my older brother. Because he was a surfer. He's still a surfer, but he was a surfer in the 70s and skating was an extension of surfing back then. Right. So he had a bunch of skateboards and he would kind of cruise around and mostly just on the sidewalks and whatever. And then one day I just picked up one of his old boards and went down the alley and realized that some of my friends at my age were also skating. So I just started skating around with them, like mostly for transportation. But I love the freedom it gave me. And then at some point I went to a skate park for the first time. And when I saw people flying around, I was like, this is it. I'm doing this. I'm not doing anything else. This is like, I want to fly. And then like 3 concussions later and knocked out front teeth, I finally figured out how to fly.
There you go.
So you've done a 900. Like, is there anything that you've seen in somebody else do that you've been like, oh shit, like, yo, all the time. I mean, it just, so
900 was 1999. I want to say it was around 2010. Tom Shard did a 1080 on a bigger style ramp. And then 2 years ago or 3 years ago, Mitchy Brusco did a 1260 on the same type of ramp. So
they're stepping it up
3.5 times. So when I saw that, I was like, no, thanks.
You're trying to ride with it.
But they gotta drop you out of a helicopter.
I beat myself up for 10 years trying 900s.
Yeah.
And I know what it takes. You know what I mean? And so I'm an extra 180. Nah, I'm done. I'm good.
What's the worst injury you've got in skateboarding?
I broke my pelvis.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was rough.
What's the recovery time on that?
That was a bad day.
How long?
It took me probably about 3 or 4 months to be able to walk normally and to ride my skateboard kind of in a basic way. Mm-hmm. And the thing that really messed with me was my confidence level, because I started to doubt everything that I took for granted before that.
Right.
And so it took me about a year. It really took me like a year to make a full recovery and feel like I'm not scared to try this stuff again. And I got my balance right, and let's go.
Oh, wow. See?
So, like, obviously, I feel like a lot of people reach out to you because, like I said, you're the Michael Jordan of skateboarding. But, like, is there a celebrity out there or somebody that you know, a friend of yours or whatever, that people is in the public eye that people are like, they skate?
There's a bunch of people that skate. You know, like that. I mean, even from like Bieber to Tyler the Creator, and they all like are into skating, but ones that are actively skating, like Jack Black is an OG skater.
Okay,
like in the 80s, skated Southern California skate parks. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know him back then, but he told me that I was at Upland Pipeline with him one time, and if you were a skater back then going to Upland Pipeline, you were a hardcore skater. Because that wasn't some place that people just casually found.
Right.
And I'll tell you who rips is Hopsin.
Hopsin? Oh, yeah. Shit.
He did. I did a thing with him. I did a thing with him. I think he did a triple kickflip.
Wow. Tony, what's the best city for skateboarding right now? Because I heard in the past you said it was like Minneapolis or something like that. Yeah, it's good, but I don't know. But San Diego has stepped up. There's so many skate parks here now, and it's surprising how few skate parks are in LA. Really? So, LA is the hub. I mean, LA is the center of skateboarding, like in terms of industry and culture and influencing and whatever. But San Diego has the most parks for the most part, and there's a lot of love for vert here. So we have a lot of vert ramps. Nice. So that's why I live here. I'm not leaving. But New York is incredible. I mean, New York, like the New York skate scene is so hardcore and so passionate. I love it there. Yeah, there's a little skate park near me by Yankee Stadium, and the kids are in there heavy. Like, it's something to see, especially for being in the Bronx. It's like, I never thought there would be
I love seeing LAS. LAS is probably one of the best spots. And
Second Ave.
We had fun that park with our foundation.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Dope.
So
you're
out here, got the foundation. What's the future of skateboarding? What should we look forward to? Because you're the guy, you got the vision. What's next?
I think a more international appreciation. When we see skating in the Olympics next year, that's going to open it up to a whole new audience. So I feel like they'll be the most unlikely places getting skate teams, or at least supporting skating. I mean, down to like there's a thriving skate scene in Ethiopia right now.
Oh, wow.
And that's the kind of thing where we're going to see, like, when it comes to the Olympics, all of a sudden it's going to be Thailand and China and Iceland, and it'll be wild. So I'm excited for that. I think that the incredible part of all of this COVID and pandemic and lockdown and stuff is that it has inspired a whole new generation of people to start skating.
Nice. Yeah, that's true.
We cannot keep skateboards in stock right now.
I was about to ask you that because I know right now there's like a backlog on bikes, roller skates, and skateboards. There's like a wait list because everyone is just copping them right now. The way the society is kind of changing right now, people are kind of moving away from cars. You're starting to see more bikes, more scooters, more skateboards. Do you think that's here to stay, or is that like that's the way the next generation is moving?
I hope so. I think that, I mean, it's definitely an eco-friendly transportation, skateboarding anyway. But I sense that people are skating not just for transportation. They're skating because they want to they want to learn techniques. They want to learn to go in the bowls or jump downstairs and stuff like that.
Yo, Tony, it's been fun chopping it up with you. This is like some childhood legendary stuff. I'm like, we're just talking with Tony Hawk. Yo, everyone that comes on the show is an illustrious guest and gets a neon sign that can say whatever they want to broadcast to the world. Tony Hawk, what would your neon sign say?
Skate or die.
Yeah, skate or die. Yeah,
skate or die.
Yo, give it up for Tony Hawk in the building. My guy.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Do a kickflip.
All right, appreciate it.